Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, back to talk Vanderpump Rules. This is season 11, episode 2, The Ultimate Betrayal. Make sure you like, subscribe here, and on TikTok for all of our Bravo and reality TV coverage. This episode had a little bit of everything, everybody. Tom Sandoval not taking accountability. We had Tom Schwartz really agonizing over the real hard decision on maybe not being friends with the guy that's ruined your personal life and your business. We had Pump closing the final day of Pump, a lot of great flashbacks. We had a weird emo night. It's also Sandoval's birthday with a reunion between James, Kennedy, and Sandoval himself. And that's what I want to lead off with, is what the episode ended on. We'll talk about the circumstances of the birthday party and how poor Anne probably has the worst job in all of America. Anyway, we had the B-list party, as James said, the Who the F Are You party. I didn't recognize anyone except Billy Lee. Billy Lee making an appearance. And if you're keeping up with kind of current standings, people think Billy Lee may actually be like living in that house at points, which is creepy in and of itself. Uh, we get the conversation. James basically says, "Do you feel bad for betraying me? Why didn't I get a text in the months following the scandal? You're posting on Instagram, you're going on tour, you seem perfectly okay to me." Tom basically then space throws the fact that James hooked up with Kristen when Tom was dating her 10 years ago. And it was 10 years ago because Vanderpump Rules has great editing, and we all have what's called time. This was 2013. We are in 2024. So, yes, Tom, it was 10 years ago. Yeah. Was it crappy that James did that to you back then? Of course. James, I think, was like 21, maybe even younger when that happened. Kristen was really more of the problem there than James. But yeah, kind of fair in the respect that it may be the same thing, but it's not the same thing now with what you did and the fact that you can't even acknowledge that you're going to not get an apology unless that guy apologizes for something he's probably apologized for a bunch of times. And we're really going to bring Kristen Doty into this. Is that really the hill you're going to die on, Tom Sandoval? Like I said, he talked to Schwartz during the episode. Schwartz again tells Lisa and tells everyone, including Sandoval, that your actions, we told you to go away. But the fact that you haven't even tried to reach out, you haven't tried to do anything virtually, you haven't tried to offer maybe some kind of monetary assistance, anything really to try to show that like you're not a big scumbag, it's not really working out that well. It's a very toxic relationship too. I always feel like Sandoval is pressuring Schwartz into all the answers. So were you going to leave me hanging? And he's got the bug eyes. If I can get a good screenshot of that, I'll throw that in. But I'm 2 episodes in. I'm already sick of Sandoval. And the thing is, he's only going to get himself ingratiated more into this group as we go. I discussed the stuff with Ariana. I think these early episodes are going to make Ariana look the worst because it is the most recent compared to when this scandal happened. This is pre like Dancing with the Stars, right? It's pre Chicago on Broadway, pre probably even like the commercials and stuff that were hitting. Maybe they were at that time already, but I really do think this is only a few months later. I do think as we go into like next season and as we see the season develop, we see her life on the upswing. I think she's going to care a lot less about the pettiness of the home. She is being petty about the house. Anyone says no, she's not being petty about the house is just blind hate for him. The fact that even like someone like Lala saying just like let him have the house, he's offering to buy it from you, and you just don't want him to win, like it's some power struggle thing. That's still unresolved feelings. And again, warranted, or cheated on, made to be a joke of. Your come up now has been really great, but at the time there was no crazy come up, right? So look, let's be bitter, be bitter. Tom Sandoval doesn't really deserve anybody's sympathy even before this. So not really worried about it. You mentioned Pump closing. That's a big staple in the Vanderpump universe. I'm bummed that I actually never got myself out to Pump. Last time I was in LA, I was going to go, and I didn't realize it was going to be closed. So it's a bummer, but hey, I'm going to make sure now doubly that I go out to the other bars and probably get the Shorts and Sandies before it ends up closing. Sucks for the people who work there. Not joking in that respect, but I don't see that bar long for this world. I think it still exists as of now recording, but it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Sheena Shea doing her Good as Gold emo night remix. She gets to go and do the emo night DJing. She did it before with like Ariana and the girls. Did anyone else catch the line where she told the story about how she got it and she's like asked if she could host emo night and they're like, yeah, you and Ariana should come and do it. Like, so like they wanted Ariana, right? I'm curious if I was the only person who thought that watching that, but I caught that and was like, whoop. Um, yeah, I think overall, main things that I want to talk. I mean, we end the episode with the fallout with James. He is peeing on the bush. Poor Allie's out there in the car, never came in, and James is peeing on Tom's bush. It was a to be continued. So are they going to get tipped off, and is Sandoval going to come outside? I'd love to see that confrontation. So let me know what you guys think so far of the season. This is obviously the fallout season. Curious, if you guys are upset that it's not as scandal filled, but so far I think this was better than last week's episode for sure. Make sure you like, subscribe. Like I said, here on TikTok, we're covering Bravo TV shows. Just got a review of the season 11 premiere of Below Deck. We did cover Southern Charm, Winter House. We'll cover Summer House. We are covering Netflix reality shows, any competition reality shows like Survivor premiering soon. Make sure you're here. We're covering a ton of crap. But for myself, Brian, everyone at The Reality Guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace.